Hello my dear friends, how are you doing? What's the ecology nurse? Hope everything is fine. I'm a Russian who brings the Lithuanian experience, and today we're going to discuss about the textile production, textile manufacturing, textile things and also fibers, because I don't know a lot in this topic. I was experiencing in it not so big amount, but I was doing sewing machines of Zinger work. I mean that in my childhood, in the 8th and also 9th and 10th grades of my school, I was doing the work, scientific work, research on sewing machines of company of Zinger, because our Moscow district city called Podolsk, my city where I'm inside and where I live and lived before, and it is the visit card, it is business card of our city, business card in terms of the kind of metaphorically speaking, yes. And I was doing about sewing machines, about Isaac Zinger, about the different types of textile production, but I was not diving inside the how our different threads are made, how they are made, what are the stages of production, manufacturing. And right now I'm kind of retelling you what I read. Again, if you know maybe something more than I do, then leave me in the comment section below, because I know a little bit of words inside of this field. I know weaving, it is the process of creating specific, I don't know even how it is in English called, the material when you weave something and you have the specific kind of clothes like this way. You can have, or with a little bit of bigger capsules, capsules, I mean the specific things inside. My mom does weaving. Weaving, it is kind of when you have the specific tool, metallic construction, and another metallic construction. I hope that I said it correct. Next, stitching, we have the process stitching. It is when we do kind of, when you need to stitch some clothes, or you need to connect your button to your clothes. I don't know what's the process when you connect your button. What's the process? Buttoning? No, it's not buttoning actually, but maybe you can call it actually in terms of the kind of speaking as the writer. Yes, buttoning the material, buttoning the material, or buttoning the capsules, buttoning the things. Okay, the specific button, it is the thing here. Yes, button, and when you have it is kind of torn off and it is disconnected, then you can connect it through the threading. And okay, threading, maybe it is the process of it. Also about fibers, we have different types of fibers. I know chemical created, natural created, and natural created in terms of the plant created and animal created. Animal, maybe it is another word to say it. Kind of, we have from the silk we have cocoon of somebody, we have the nets of something, we have specific material, kind of something that is not liquidy, it is kind of, how to say it, a little bit of when you touch it and your fingers are connected to it. It is the materials that you can touch and you will be kind of connected by the power of the material. I don't know what's the name of it. It is the viscosity, I think so. Viscosity, I hope so. It sounds even kind of the process when you kind of, and it's not a water, it is the type of the oil. Yes, oilish materials, kind of ish it should be. And I imagine that you touch the Spider-Man, I mean the spider's web, you touch it, yes, and it is the how you feel it when you touch it. And these types of materials, they are used sometimes to create the specific threads. We have fibers, yes, and these materials should be kind of connected to each other, or they should be kind of specifically spun, or what's the name of it? The process, twirling, and other roll down verbs you need to use to describe the process when you kind of, you kind of roll, yes, and kind of you are just saying, give me the money, but but you are not giving me the money to doing this. You are kind of touching with your kind of with your pillows of your fingers, with your phalanx, you are touching it, and Jesus Christ, dog is, and you touch it, and then you create the specific kind of connected thing, as you are creating the locks, dead locks, or some braids in your head, the same thing, or ponytail you are creating by connecting different types of single tone hair units. Yes, and you are doing this, you do this the same way. You are taking the specific kind of fiber, specific unit, small unit, then connect with another unit. I imagine that you have specifically kind of, right now it will be abstraction example. Yes, you have 100 different units. When you have only one unit, you cannot connect it to each other. When you have 100, you can connect nicely, and you can create the specific line out of it. It is the same as you have the specific, but actually they should be connected to each other. And when you connect them, the size of them, actually they are getting a little bit thicker, yes, and they are getting precisely like the thread that we see, but with a little bit of rough looking. But through the process of doing it with the more jewelry like spinning and twirling, whirling, roll doll thinking, and also doing the process of the Willy Wonka style, then you have the specific thread. Actually, it is how I describe it. T-H-R-E-A-D, yes, not T-H-R-E-A-T. T-H-R-E-A-T you will have if you will look at the spiders, and you will touch the web of the spiders without kind of without some of the defense tools, or at least when spiders at home. Yes, you will have the thread in terms of the T-H-R-E-A-T. But when you have when you create the thread kind of thread, then you have T-H-R-E-A-D and thing, and you are creating it from fibers. Also, we have some chemical reactions, or what's the name of it? Some of the names we have. It is opalen, propylopylene, or something. This leon, pion, len, on. You understand? It's polypropylene and polyethylene and other things, poly things. Yes, some of the names of the chemical tools. Actually, I need to know more about chemical things because I'm only learning it. And okay, we have the things, yes, three. We have the specific synthetic. It's the correct word to describe it. Synthetic or chemical. We have materials too. It is the same. And synthetic chemical, and they are created by the people by using specific reactions, chemical reactions, and connecting them together. And you have the specific kind of I don't know how they create it. Maybe they use the same kind of reactions, specific reactions, the same as you are creating for the, for example, plasmas. It is almost the same process. And many of the different types of suits in terms of the not the diamonds and spades and clubs and hearts, but the suits for the swimming, suits for the running, suits for the things kind of sportswear. Yes, where is the sport? And Jesus Christ, I started to be nice at English when I speak, not the programmish. And programmish English, it is really like only I understand jokes, but right now you understand it too. Okay, and and we have the sportswear, yes, and it is created by the synthetical materials sometimes, and different types of the hat for the I think that you are, as an experienced American or English man, you are watching it with the smile. Okay, and you with the hat of the swimmer, swimmer, created by this thing too, by the synthetical materials. I think so. At least it looks so. Really like plasmatic-ish thing. Yes, with a little bit of maybe it is kind of mixture. It is maybe complex thing. Maybe it is complex material. It is synthetic plus. О, здорово.
Здорово.
Привет, Мухаммад. Как настроение? Нормально? А, давай. Успех. One person from my university. Jesus Christ, it's amazing. I didn't see him for a while. Jesus Christ, amazing video. You should look at this video. Jeez, it's amazing. Yes, and synthetic plus natural materials. Sometimes 85% of synthetic and 15% of natural. Could be, yes. And it is complex materials. Actually, we have natural, plant or animal type, also synthetic, and also complex. Complex, it is kind of, it is like the functions, complex functions. When we have x plus y, not only x, not only x, also y we have, or x, y, z, or others. Okay. About materials, what are the words that I know? Cotton, wool, silk. Silk is made by also lupa we have, or pupa or something, I don't know the name of it. And we have the wool, we have cotton, silk, sewing, threads, different types of dyeing in terms of not the end of the era or something, dyeing in terms of DYE, I think so it is written, or DEY, I think so, DYE. Need to check this information, leave in the comment section below if it is correct, how it's said. And yes, it is how we create it, and it is what I know about it. If you know more, let me know in the comment section below. Also have different types of coloring, batik. Batik, it is the word from Indonesia. It is how different types of tessellations are made, or specific artistic things on the clothes. Yes, and we have the coloring, also the process in the machinery. It is we have the materials; they are actually connected to early whirling, willy wonking, and then we spinning, and then we are kind of placing like you are doing caramel things. Like did you see, maybe in your country you've seen it, if you live in the big city, then in every city in the popular street there is the specific candy store. Candies are there, and some people are doing some of the treat with the caramel. With candies, you know this process. I hope so. At least on my channel, you maybe seen this once, or maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know. But I've seen this process in Saint Petersburg, in Moscow not. But in Saint Petersburg, yes, we had this kind of the specific tool, kind of three metallic cylinders, and they're doing and doing the different motions with the caramel candies that are melted in terms of they are a little bit with fire, and not fire actually, but with temperature, hard temperature, a little bit, so temperature that it could be deformated. Oh, by the way, my university, that's why we've met Muhammad. Muhammad studied with me from 2015 till 2019, and this is our dormitory underground. Also, you maybe can see some lights. Yes, there somewhere, I think so. So guys, it was the process of doing it. I hope that you enjoyed this textile manufacturing production. It was my first time speaking about it in the complex way, in complex kind of from zero to hero way. There's a lot of ideas. Maybe it's a cake, or how to say it, something with a cake. You have idiom to doggy rainy day. Prepare for the doggy rainy day. Create some textile by your own. Collect all materials from the nature, or create some synthetic things. Yes, prepare yourself for the rainy days, for the for the doggy and kitty. Okay, thank you a lot for watching. See you next time. I'll tell you, you're a nice guy or girl. See ya. Bye.